Okay, so that was a complete fail. I was trying to recreate the scene where Moissanite attacks the kitten and stomps it, so I got this stuffed fake kitten that I was going to pull across the pasture and hope that he'd attack it again. But I think all I succeeded in doing was showing him that he has no reason to attack the kitten, which is good, but man, I'm kind of disappointed because that would have been epic if I could have gotten him to attack it again. Anyhow, here's what happened after the fact.
Alright, so you thought I was joking when I wrote smashed kitten. Well, it actually really happened.
See, these two guys have been confined here in the horse stall since we got them, I don't know, a couple weeks ago. This guy's been pretty healthy, but this little guy has always been very scrawny. And I was waiting for him to get a little bit older before I could give him some more wormer, which I finally did locate my wormer. But I'm not 100% sure that's his problem. It could be something else. But so anyway, he's always been on the skinny side, and these two are very much troublemakers, as you can see. They just developed the habit yesterday of following me around out front, and today a couple of times they decided to go out into the horse pasture. This one was busy trying to make friends with the little mare out there, and I think they had come to an understanding. But they hadn't met the Palomino yet until just now. And I was getting ready to move the Palomino into the other pasture, and both kittens came barreling out. So this little kitty decided that he was going to be naughty and go underfoot of the horses, and Moisey was not having it and just decided to haul off and stomp him. So he ended up just a little scratch on the side of his neck here, and what looks to be broken leg, or it could be dislocated shoulder, I'm not sure which. But kittens are extremely resilient. Actually, Eric's favorite cat, Tut, I think we'd had Tut maybe 3 weeks, and they'd been out and about. Well, my youngest, Aaron, decided he was going to let the doggy out, and he was just playing with the gate and opened it up, and the dog saw the cat, and he was on him like lightning. Grabbed that cat and shook him as hard as he could. By the time I got the dog to let go of the cat was not moving. Didn't move for 12 hours. I was certain that cat was going to be a goner, but after 3 days, he was up and moving around like nothing had happened. So, when they're young, they're very resilient. This one should not be walking around, so I'm actually going to put a splint on his leg right here. He should make a full recovery. Now I know you're wondering, why don't you just take him to the emergency vet? Well, the emergency vet is going to charge a couple $100 to see this kitten. And I don't even know if this kitten would survive anyway, because he is so thin. And who's to say that the kitten doesn't decide to stand right in front of the truck tire, which he did the other day and almost got run over. So $300 vet bill for a cat that might just do it again next week. So as sad as it is, this is a farm and the animals need to learn to watch for danger. There's just no bones about it. If they decide to climb over the dog fence while the dogs are out running around, they're going to last 60 seconds tops before those dogs have them shredded. And they're kittens and they're going to be climbing. So they have to learn very fast what to stay away from. And it's unfortunate, but we'll see what we can do with them. So let's see if we can get this guy cleaned up here. Alright, so I have just general tape. I don't have any vet wrap tape because either the kids have used it all or the chickens knocked it off my vet supply shelf and my cat is moving the box. Alrighty. So this is going to be my splint. I'm just going to give a rough measurement of where I want it. It's tough to say as far as dislocated shoulder or just broken leg. Ah! He is still trying to walk around on it. That's just how stubborn the cat is. Come on, quit playing with your brother.
This one's definitely gonna be a good mouser. He's also gonna be good at making trouble. All right, don't grab my knife. I probably should have grabbed a saw to cut this instead of this knife, but it's been a long day. Let's see, other injuries we've had. Our other little orange cat got a bot fly stuck in his neck, like right here, right there. And tried to get that out, and it became infected. I mean, literally, it was like green. Like the skin was turning green all around it, and it was just a gross mess. And I called our vet, and our vet at the time, and that's still the case, won't see any animals that are not on file. So in order for them to actually see the animal, they have to do a whole physical on the animal and give it shots and all that stuff before they can actually diagnose the animal. So I was like, that's absurd. I'm not paying $300 for a barn cat. So at the time I thought, well, I'll try this horse medicine I have. It's a salve. It's just a natural salve. It's got beeswax and stuff like that in it. So I thought, well, I'll try that and hope that that works. And it did. There we go. I put that on there and wrapped it up as best as I could. I mean, cats don't keep wraps on very good. And within a week, I had started healing. And within 3 weeks, you couldn't even tell he'd had one. And I mean, literally, this cat looked like gross. Like, just all the fur right around here gone. His skin was just like rotting off from him. It was bad. But he recovered. That same cat, a month later, I'm guessing must have gotten into a live trap, and his tail was still sticking out, because the under part of his tail, like that far from his butt, was like completely like splintered off, like it was broken. Bad state of affairs, and it was becoming infected because he dragged it through the dirt. And that one there too, I put the cream on that, and the vet told me he'd probably end up losing his tail, but he made a full recovery. So I think this cat will probably make a full recovery. He's not going to be 100%. He never was 100% to begin with. So I'm going to take this and pre-wrap his paw, because you don't want to actually put the wood directly on. It's actually too long. You don't want to put the wood directly on the cat's leg, because it's not going to be very comfortable, and it can develop secondary complications if it rubs onto the skin too much. So I'm just going to cut this real quick here. And just wrap it. And again, vet wrap is your best friend. Try to keep it in the barn if you can. I really didn't have a choice here. I know, actually I had just seen some kicking around, but chances are pretty good judging by this little guy over here. Can I have that back? No, bring it over here, you psycho. I'm gonna guess this little guy ran off with it because he just took my other one. Somehow I have to grab. Now, by no means am I saying that this is a professional way to wrap it. I have not been professionally trained. This is just me winging it, so sorry. Now with kittens, because they are growing, you have to be very careful. They can quickly outgrow your wrap. All right, once you get it well padded, sorry, I know you guys can't see. I'll show you the little kitten here. Sorry. All right, So I have it taped. Oh my gosh. You are psycho. I'm gonna have to boot you outside if you don't stop. They're like opposites of each other. Total opposites. Oh, come on. I might not get this on video, guys, so I might just have to turn this off until Psycho Cat over here calms down. I have an idea. Here, look. Here. A little piece of paper. Look at that. Okay. So we have it taped up into his fur. You do have to tape it to his fur or the whole thing will fall down. Now we're going to add the splint. And we put it on the back, right about here. Probably just a little bit too long. I'm going to actually wrap the end of this a little bit, just to pad it a little bit more. Alright, so we have the end of this padded down just a little bit more. Get off your brother. Come on, kitty. I can't tell if he's dead or if he's just sleeping. Alright, so next step we're going to do is a loose tack onto his leg. If you start wrapping on your own right away, you're likely to pull it too tight. And that's no good. Because again, if it's too tight, he'll lose circulation. Which he shouldn't with this big ol' cast thing I have on here, but you never know. Okay. Make sure it's in the right position. Make sure that this isn't going to rub on his paw. Oh my gosh, you're chewing on my camera screen. Come on. Alright, so we just have it tacked on there. Okay, stop chewing on my... You're psycho. And again, I'm not a professional. This is just me thinking off the top of my head what sounds reasonable. You don't want it too tight because you don't want him to lose circulation, but you want it tight enough that it's going to keep his leg secure. So we're going to do one more wrap at the top. And again, not too tight, but not too loose. Now, we don't know if his shoulder's dislocated or not. I really don't know how to check that. I know he's going to be tender up here. He's probably not going to be moving a whole lot, I would imagine. He just needs to kind of keep it low-key. Check his eyes. His eyes look okay. I mean, this horse can seriously do some damage. And the fact that he didn't end up as Kitty Pancake is a miracle. So you've got the full weight of a horse slamming down on a little tiny kitten. And the horse wasn't trying to be evil or horrible or anything like that. But the horses have learned that they have to defend themselves out here. Oops. Because we do have coyotes and bobcats and everything else. And if they can't defend themselves, then they're going to be eaten. I have a kid shooting my screen. Stop. Crazy boy. Alright, so this little guy is going to come over here. Yeah. Now this is going to be interesting. Alright, so here's little kitty. He's got his little water dish, his little food dish. The ground is dirt over here, which looks terrible, but he's got to have somewhere to pee. So that's going to allow him to kind of dig around in the dirt and do his pee and stuff over there. He just needs time to get used to the cast on his leg and just take it easy without his brother harassing him. And his brother will still probably harass him through the bars, but this keeps him out of trouble and gives him a chance to just kind of rest. I will keep you posted on the little kitten's condition. I don't know if he has internal damage. I wouldn't be surprised, but we'll see. That's all we can do is just wait and see.